have become a marketing victim in the last week, and that every time I would log on to social media, this thing would come up as an ad, this Pinkway chainsaw. And curiosity finally got the best of me. It was $122 on Amazon. I thought, can this thing be worth $122? So I decided to purchase one and use it. And so I've cut about a tank of gas with it, and I'm actually quite impressed with it. And it just so happened that I have a friend that bought a MS362 Stihl, and it you know, they're pretty comparable in size. This is 59 cc's and this is 63 cc's. And I thought, you know, especially among farmers and stuff like that, there's always the debate of, do I need this type of saw, or can I get by with this type of saw? And I grew up on the like Poland saws, you know, that was the common one back here. And then we started using cutting firewood for outdoor burners, and then still all the farm stuff. And it just seemed like there's always something wrong with the cheaper saws. There's always, you know, something you were tinkering with all the time when you went out to cut it, or you'd set it down for 10 minutes and go start it up again and the thing wouldn't start. So switched to Stihl for the main reason of is that we have two great dealers within 10 minutes of us. I mean, I have nothing against Husqvarna or anything. We've got great dealer network for Stihl, and that's why I've been with Stihl for most of my saws. But, you know, and I know this is different for our channel. You know, we're not doing tractors and IH and whatever, but it's been raining for about the last 10 days here, and we just, you know, haven't been able to be in the fields for anything. So I thought, hey, here's a fun comparison video to do. Now, for me, you know, it's not a huge deal, but like the weight of a saw can matter a lot to some people. So both these saws have 20-inch bars on them. Both of them are full of fuel. The only real difference is that this one is a 3/8 full chisel chain, and this one's a .325 full chisel chain. But, you know, for like me, at my age, it doesn't make a huge difference. But like my dad is in his 70s, and, you know, a few pounds can make a huge difference to him. So let's make a comparison of which one's lighter or heavier. This one feels nice and light, so we'll see. And this one comes right in at 15.1, or 15 pounds, 1 ounces. And now we'll weigh the Stihl. This one comes in at 17.6 ounces. So this is over 2 pounds heavier than that one. So I guess we will take them out and see which one beats the other, or, you know, so let's go try it. So like I said, we haven't been able to be in the fields here for the last 10 days or so. So we've been out driving around, checking pastures, making sure everything's ready for the cows to turn out. And we come across this tree, and kind of one of the main roads to get around through the pasture and woods here. So we will cut it up into firewood. It's a nice oak tree that, I mean, obviously it's dead, but we'll block it up for firewood here, and we'll do some with the Pinkway and some with the 362. And like I say, they both had about a tank of gas run through them, so since new. So this should be a pretty good out of the box comparison of both saws. Neither one has been filed or sharpened or anything, so it should be pretty fair. And like I said, the Stihl does have a different size chain on it. It's got the 3/8 chain, but like I say, this is an out of box comparison, not with any modifications. So let's get started. This is Pinkway. It hasn't been run all day. First start of the day. We'll just see how it does. Pretty good.
if you're wondering what the barking is, our dog Oliver likes to bark at rocks. So he finds a rock and he stands there and he barks at it. Don't you? Did you find a rock?
This so it doesn't fall right down in the dirt. Okay, here's the first start of the day for the Stihl. See how it We'll cut 2 blocks with the Pinkway now.
Maybe it was getting hung up because there is like a, you know, branch sticking out from that side. So I thought maybe at first it was getting stuck up on that, but
Weird, like once you get about halfway through the log, it just like doesn't want to clean the kerf out or something. But it's got kind of a weird profile on the teeth here. Maybe I'm no expert on sharpening, but maybe it seems like it's filling the bar up with sawdust. We're not overly loose, but we're not overly tight either. But it's like a weird, it's cut straight for the first half. Then after that, it starts to kind of, I don't know. It did that to me when I cut the first tank too. I didn't know if, and that time the chain was like really loose, so I tightened it up, but it didn't seem to help. So we'll try the Stihl some more. We'll try the Pinkway again. Like I say, I'll tighten the chain up just a touch. See if that helps. I typically don't like running a super tight chain anyways, just because it's hard on your bar. We'll try that.
Anybody else have a golden retriever that loves to bark at rocks? Or do we have a special dog?
Like I say, both cutters, or all the cutters, appear to be in good shape, and I have not filed rakers or anything, so like I say, if you look at the profile on them teeth, that's kind of a weird grind that come on it. If it don't work now, I might have to try to sharpen it and maybe do a follow-up video later. But out of the box on small stuff, I can't tell a whole lot of difference between this one and that one. But definitely in this big stuff, this chain is doing something weird. So we'll try it some more here. made 2 cuts pretty good there, and then that last one didn't want to work again. But this stuff is a little more rotten here. Maybe that helped it too. I don't know. But so, well, I may have to sharpen it on my bench grinder and just see, do a follow-up video later. And I will probably use this thing pretty regularly for a while, and maybe I'll do a follow-up video as to how it stands up. But as of right now, not too bad for the money. So but that's all for today.
Did I lose it too? Oliver, I feel like, are you responsible for me missing a glove right now?
I would probably you left it somewhere where he can.
Well, I think it fell out of my pocket, honestly, so. Oh, guess what I found?
Hey, come here.
Oliver. Quick. Sucker. Yeah.
I figured if you left it at all where he could. So in summary here on this Pinkway chainsaw, I did take it to my Chuckamec bench grinder and ground the chain, and it made a world of difference for how fast it cut through the big blocks. It didn't get to that point where it just stopped cutting. So that was a huge improvement. Now, if you're not familiar with file and chain and stuff like that, that kind of takes the out of the box comparison out of it compared to the other one, but it puts it a lot closer to the Stihl. I think the Stihl probably still has some faster chain speed than this to rip through that. And like I say, it is a 3/8 chain on that, so a little bit more aggressive too. But I think the chain speed is probably the biggest thing on the Stihl versus this. I did lean up the high jet on the carburetor just a little bit because it seemed like it was running really rich, and that did get it a few more RPMs, I think. I probably could go leaner, but don't really want to. Otherwise, it's nice and light. The AV system seems pretty good. It starts on the third or fourth pull every time I've started it so far. So as a comparison goes, like I say, I'm kind of a Stihl guy, so I don't know that I'm going to sell all my Stihls and just keep the Pinkway. But for the budget-minded cutter, and if you have a tree blow down in your backyard, or just have a job you want to clean up and you want your own saw to do it, and $120 is within your budget, this would be a great saw. Again, if you're a farmer and you don't really use a saw with a 20-inch bar very much, and you want one just to have for bigger blocks, I think this would probably be a money well spent. You don't, I mean, I think that Stihl was probably like $850 or something like that. So, you can buy 6 of these for what that costs. I mean, it's not, don't check my math there. That was pretty quick math in my head, so I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I'm not disappointed with it so far. I mean, like I say, am I going to trade off my Stihls and keep just the Pinkway? Probably not. But I am impressed with it for $120. I give it a thumbs up. So